you upgrade to the iPhone 15 Pro or Pro Max? I know, it's hard to believe, but new iPhones are actually going to be here in less than a few months, and you might be thinking about upgrading. So here are 5 reasons why you should upgrade to that fancy new iPhone. Now for this video, I'm going to focus on the Pro models, but if you want a similar video for those thinking about maybe going for the standard iPhone 15 or even the iPhone 15 Plus, let me know in the comments down below. And also, let me know what you think is the best new rumored feature for the next generation iPhone. So the iPhone 15 Pro is getting a redesign, and while it might not look super drastic, there are some changes that could alter the way we use our iPhones moving forward. So I went hands-on with dummy units a few weeks back, and the feel in the hand is quite different compared to the current design that we've had since the iPhone 12. It's not as squared off or sharp around the edges. It's got some nice rounded corners, which makes the whole feel in the hand so much better. Not to mention, we are expecting a titanium frame over stainless steel this year. And I know dummy units do not really depict this because it's pretty glossy for some reason, but we're expecting a more matte look to the frame and hopefully a lot less gross fingerprints and smudges and just a nicer look and feel to it overall. There are also a few other smaller design changes and tweaks, like the repositioned buttons for the volume and side buttons here. I guess they're positioned a little bit lower than last year. But also, if you look at this newly leaked image of some new cases coming for the iPhone 15 Pro, you'll see that the cases accommodate the brand new mute button, which is actually another reason why, yes, a button is actually going to be the reason why some of you might want to upgrade this year. Now, if you don't know by now, the mute switch is turning into a button, and what makes this so interesting is that we're expecting this mute button to behave similar to the action button that's on the Apple Watch Ultra. Now, the action button will allegedly replace the current ring silent switch located near the volume buttons, but there is no word yet on what functions this button might actually be able to perform. It would likely be customizable, similar to the Apple Watch action button again, like I mentioned earlier, and it could be used for things like activating Do Not Disturb, turning on low power mode, and my personal favorite, activating the camera app. Obviously, it should be able to mute things as well. And Apple is also expected to use the new action button to change how the iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max are restarted and powered off. Our next reason that you should upgrade is for the camera system. Cameras get better every year, and this camera system is expected to get, for the iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max of course, a new periscope camera that should give us up to 6x optical zoom, which is already double the amount that you currently get with the iPhones now. So the periscope lens, which if you don't know, will absorb the light by the image sensor and is bent or folded, allowing for a greater distance between the camera elements within the compact design of a smartphone. This technology allows for increased optical zoom and is already used by some Android brands like Samsung, Google, and Huawei, with phones like the Pixel 7 Pro and Galaxy S23 Ultra offering up to 5 to 10x optical zoom, and those lenses look really, really good when zooming that far of a distance. Now, there was one design change that I didn't mention before because it's actually our next reason why you might want to upgrade to this year's iPhone 15 lineup. And that's the fact that all 4 iPhones are expected to get USB-C. But it's the Pro models that will be a little bit more fun in that department. The iPhone 15 Pro models will support USB 3.2 or Thunderbolt 3 transfer speeds, so expect up to 20 gigabytes per second at a minimum, or up to 40 gigabytes per second if Thunderbolt is supported. Standard iPhone 15 models will be limited to USB 2.0 transfer speeds of up to 480 megabytes per second. Now, wired transfers of photos, backups, or other information would be much quicker with these faster data speeds, as would future device-to-device transfer speeds that are using USB-C to USB-C cable. There's also a possibility that a transition to USB-C will facilitate faster wired charging speeds than are possible with Lightning right now. And lastly, just performance and internals in general are just expected to get a nice boost. And so if you're coming from an older phone, this should feel pretty substantial to you. The introduction of the new A17 Bionic chip should give the iPhone even better performance year in and year out, with Wi-Fi 6E being added as well for better Wi-Fi connectivity, and a new next generation ultra wideband chip should be integrated so that it works better with the new Apple Vision Pro. So my recommendation to you is that if you're looking or thinking about upgrading and you have an iPhone 13 or older, then I definitely think you should be looking at some of the Pro models for the iPhone 15 this September. I don't think you'll be disappointed. But of course, I would love to hear from you in the comments down below. What are you thinking about the iPhone 15? Do you think it's going to be a must-have upgrade for you, or are you thinking about waiting until the iPhone 16, which of course is going to already have some leaks out there. If you want to see a video, maybe I'll do something, but I think we're just a little too early on the iPhone 16. But again, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. This has been Dan with Mac Rumors. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you around in the next video.